At 88, Morgan Freeman is regarded as one of Hollywood's most iconic and revered actors. His voice, wisdom, and commanding presence have earned him countless accolades. But few know the untold hardships he faced long before he became a household name. Freeman's journey is a testament to resilience, and behind the calm smile that the world admires lies a lifetime of adversity that he navigated in silence. Born in 1937 in Mississippi, Freeman grew up in an environment rife with poverty, segregation, and systemic rejection, in a world that expected little from a young black boy. Especially in the American South, the idea of becoming an actor seemed impossible. Yet despite the odds, Morgan harbored a dream, one that he would cling to through years of hardship. A childhood shaped by poverty and constant movement. Morgan Freeman's early years were far from the stable foundation many dream of. Raised in a world that was ever-changing, Freeman lived in various places across the United States as his parents struggled to find work. These frequent relocations created an environment of uncertainty, and the family often faced financial instability. As a result, Morgan became a keen observer of the world around him. This habit of watching, studying, and absorbing people's emotions, actions, and hidden truths would later serve him well in his acting career. During this period, Freeman began to understand that life didn't guarantee any fairness, and that dreams were often a luxury that only the privileged could afford. Despite these circumstances, Freeman's inner resilience began to grow. Racism and rejection, the struggle to follow his dream. As a young black boy in the segregated South, Freeman's dreams were met with harsh reality. He faced daily reminders that his ambitions were not considered acceptable. When he expressed his desire to become an actor, the world around him responded with disbelief. People in his community dismissed acting as an unrealistic pursuit, one that didn't align with the expectations placed on a young black man. Despite this, Freeman's passion for acting did not waver. Though discouraged, he found solace on the stage, where he felt a sense of freedom and transformation unlike anything else. Acting became a refuge, offering him the opportunity to escape and express a part of himself that the world refused to see. A fork in the road, military service versus the dream. When Freeman could not afford acting school and had no connections in the industry, he enlisted in the Air Force, hoping to find a stable future. Though his training and military service were not his dreams, they were a practical solution to survive. For a time, Freeman tried to conform to the expectations placed on him, but deep down, he always felt out of place. The military life, with its rigid structure, offered him stability but not fulfillment. His heart remained elsewhere. The whispers of his acting dream continued, and one day, driven by that stubborn hope, he left the military behind. It was a decision that shocked those around him, but for Freeman, it was the only way to honor the dream that had never stopped calling to him. The harsh reality of Hollywood, years of struggling for recognition. Freeman's decision to pursue acting led him to Hollywood, but it wasn't the welcoming embrace he had hoped for. Hollywood at the time was not ready to recognize him. Despite his talent, Freeman spent years in small roles, low-paying jobs, and struggling to make ends meet. He faced rejection after rejection, dismissed by casting directors who couldn't see his potential. Freeman was often typecast, ignored, and overlooked, with roles typically given to younger, more conventional actors. Hollywood didn't know what to do with a black actor who didn't fit their narrow standards, yet Freeman refused to give up, holding on to his passion for acting, even when it felt like success would never come. Slow, steady progress. Small roles, big dreams. Although Freeman faced rejection at every turn, he did not let it break him. Slowly, the world began to notice his talent. He landed small TV roles, followed by stage performances that allowed him to showcase his acting abilities. Over time, He began to earn supporting roles in major films, and people started to take notice of his unique presence. However, even as he built his career, the journey was not without its heartaches. He was still struggling financially and personally, facing the emotional toll of years of uncertainty. The roles he earned didn't come easily, and they were often minor, but they kept his dream alive. Freeman was not interested in fame for the sake of fame. He was chasing purpose, hoping for the day when his talent would be truly recognized. Breaking through. The Mighty Gents and Street Smart. Freeman's breakthrough came when he was cast in The Mighty Gents and earned critical acclaim for his performance. His unique presence, voice, and depth set him apart from other actors, and the world began to see something different in him. However, it was the 1987 film Street Smart that truly put Freeman on the map. His portrayal of a morally complex character earned him an Oscar nomination. Yet despite the critical recognition, Hollywood still hesitated. Freeman did not fit the traditional mold of a leading man, and the industry struggled to figure out how to cast him. Freeman was not discouraged. Instead, he continued to let his work speak for itself, proving that he could redefine what it meant to be a star in Hollywood. The struggles continue. Uncertainty and loneliness. Despite the acclaim he received for Street Smart and other roles, Freeman's journey was far from smooth. Even as the recognition started to pour in, his career still wasn't guaranteed. He struggled with loneliness, exhaustion, and the emotional burden of constantly proving himself. His personal life, too, was affected by the long hours, financial strain, and a career that often required him to be away from home. Freeman's relationships were tested, and the weight of constantly fighting for opportunities took a toll. Yet he carried on, never complaining, never asking for sympathy. He believed in his craft, and no matter how difficult it became, he refused to give up. The turning point. Success at 50. Morgan Freeman's career did not take off in his youth, but it eventually ignited in his 50s when most actors' careers were beginning to decline. Freeman's iconic role in Driving Miss Daisy, 1989, finally brought him the recognition he had worked so hard for. His portrayal of the dignified chauffeur Hoke Colburn earned him widespread acclaim, and he won his first Academy Award. At 50, Freeman became a star in an industry that had long overlooked him. His success came after years of struggle, doubt, and relentless perseverance. Freeman's rise to fame was not the instant explosion of success that many dream of. It was the slow, steady triumph of someone who refused to quit. Legacy and reflection. A man who redefined Hollywood. Morgan Freeman's life is a testament to the power of resilience. After spending decades in the shadows, his breakthrough came when he was well past the age when most actors fade into obscurity. His career transformed him into an icon, but it didn't erase the scars of the journey. Freeman's story serves as a reminder that success does not come without struggle, and even those who seem to have it all have endured pain and sacrifice. At 88, Freeman remains one of Hollywood's most respected figures, not just for his talent, but for his unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. His journey is a reminder that the path to greatness is never easy, but it is always worth the fight. The true tragedy, a lifetime of waiting for the right opportunity. The real tragedy in Morgan Freeman's story is not that he lacked talent. It's that he had to wait for an opportunity that never seemed to come. For years, he struggled against an industry that didn't see him, an industry that wouldn't give him a chance. And while he found success in his 50s, Freeman often reflects on the years lost to waiting for a door to open. Despite his undeniable talent, it wasn't until Hollywood was ready for him that his career truly began. In the meantime, Freeman lived with the uncertainty of whether his dreams would ever come to fruition. His story is a reminder that timing and opportunity are just as crucial to success as talent and hard work.